So, Jazzy, one of my most favourite quotes in the whole entire world is one of Einstein's when he says, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. One of the things that I'm so excited about our mastermind group is the module around new science that you teach. And knowing that the old rules for business are no longer working or are breaking down, how is the new science supporting people in business and especially people wanting to generate long-term wins?
Really, I think it just comes down to the science of habits. You know, you're talking about that being on that hamster wheel of repetitive behaviors and thoughts and feelings that is Groundhog Day for a lot of people, you know, and for a lot of people wanting to create change or create a whole new business, what they don't realize is that they have to start thinking a whole new way and behaving a whole new way, and that's going to help them to feel new emotions. You know, so the new sciences show us how that's all connected. Because neuroscience, which is one of the new sciences that we really work with, that's, you know, the major focus of our course, shows us that our brain is actually plastic. You know, we didn't grow up learning this. We were told that our brain was kind of fixed by the time we were 25 to 30, but we're finding out our brain can change, and almost like, and not just almost, but literally with every thought that we think. So if you want to create a new future, a new business with new experiences, you have to start thinking a new way. And there's one thing that has to happen if you want to think a new way. You've got to observe the way you've been thinking. So the tools and techniques that we learn in the neuroscience program, it shows you how to start observing yourself and how to change your thoughts and redirect your thoughts. You literally create a new brain. And when you begin to change your brain and change your thoughts, what we find out is you actually, through the new science of quantum physics, begin to create a new reality. So that's pretty exciting. We love those kinds of ideas.
It's amazing. And I mean, the fact of the matter is, whatever results people are getting in business right now, if they keep, speaking to the quote again, if they keep doing the same thing and they don't expose themselves, open up and expose themselves to new information, new tools, new strategies, there's a fairly high chance that they're going to be getting exactly the same results 6 months down the track, 12 months down the track, 2 years down the track. So I love that the other thing people get from this particular module is not only an expanded sense of themselves, but an expanded sense of what is possible for their business, their highest potential.
Absolutely.
Talk to that just for a minute.
So really, I guess, you know, as we're talking about these new sciences, that's where the quantum physics of it comes in. So a lot of us grew up being told that life is happening around us and we have to try to survive. But this idea of quantum physics, you know, is that the field in front of us, or this field of future in front of us, literally is what we call infinite potential or infinite possibility or unlimited possibility. And for anyone wanting to create opportunities for themselves, that's a very, very empowering way to begin to look at it. But it's not just philosophy. We want to ground this information in science. So anything that you place your attention on actually has the opportunity of coming into reality. And it's not just a theory. We learn about how true it is from the point of view of science.
So what will the Soul Sessions Mastermind Group actually physically take away from the time they spend under your mentorship?
Well, physically, they're going to be carrying a bunch of stuff away with them, you know. The course that I present is based on the work of an internationally renowned neuroscientist called Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it's an extraordinary, beautifully presented course that he developed with an organizational consultant over in the US. And we have a materials pack that people get. So they get a copy of his book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. We get a beautiful full color workbook that we use throughout the course with activities and a recording of all the tools and techniques that we learn. So it's all sort of there in this beautiful book that you get to take away. We also give people a 30-day to genius, we call it, 30 days to genius. It only takes 30 days, you know. Transformative journal for people to continue to practice, because we find out that information by itself is just philosophy. So it's in the application and the practice of it afterwards. That's really important. People get audios from all the videos that we watch during the course, and Dr. Joe teaches a whole bunch of stuff through video presentation. He's an amazing teacher. So you get to listen to that and refresh your understanding of all the information after I've finished teaching. And we also get CDs of recorded meditations and guided visualizations that you get really excited about, because we've just, you know, come to understand the way the brain works. And so you get those physical things. And the other thing I really want to mention is that the most important thing people walk away with is what we call a daily practice. So it's my job to make it the most exciting and essential part of people's lives, is a daily practice of mindfulness, meditation, self-reflection, self-observation, and then self-creation. So you get a whole bunch of physical things, and then you get this daily practice that you're absolutely in love with.
Beautiful. And then to add to that, I guess, you know, all these materials that support people on their journey, but then really the energy of the group supporting people to stay on track and to remind everyone to keep their practice up and all the rest of it over a 6-month period is incredibly supportive and empowering in terms of making real change in business and in life in general. So look, we don't have much time. I just wanted to finish off with, you know, having worked with the existing group gone through, what are some of the shifts or stories or experiences you've seen happen in people moving through the mastermind group already? It's been incredible, I have to say, but I just wanted to pick your brain quickly to see what you've kind of noticed or observed.
Absolutely. Really, probably the first thing I would say is that people are moving through blocks of fear. So they didn't realize they had beliefs and perceptions and habitual ways of thinking and feeling that were holding them back, and they didn't even know what fear was. And so we learn about fear and we demystify it, and we start to work with it and utilize the energy. So just, you know, people doing things that they'd been wanting to do for 7 years. We had one girl who'd wanted to resign from her job for 7 years so that she could follow her passion. And within like 3 weeks, she'd done it, you know, handed in the resignation and has moved through. So I'm just in awe of those people, because I know how incapacitating fear can be. Changing their beliefs and the perceptions about themselves. So really falling in love with themselves as they begin to rewire their brain, rewire their thoughts and their patterns. And connecting into a sense of creativity and a sense of purpose has really been one of the most beautiful side effects that I've witnessed. People letting themselves imagine what their life might be like. And it really does bring me to tears when I think about them, because I know what it's like to change from, you know, a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday thing to live a life on purpose. And it takes courage, you know. So we give you all that support though. And the community is self-regulating and self-supporting. And that's what I've just loved watching that. It's an honor to be involved.
Oh, thank you so much. I just wanted to, before we go, that point you made about breaking through fear, like, depending on how much you take on of this stuff, I think it's the closest thing I've ever come across to being able to be in a space of fearlessness, like, and create. And there's a lot of fear that comes up in businesses, whether it's just approaching somebody for a new joint venture, whether it's having a conversation that, you know, you feel is going to kind of, you know, really expand your potential, but, you know, you've got to have the buy-in from somebody else. There's fear about so many things, what you're going to invest in, how you're going to put your time, how you're going to manage your time, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. And yeah, I wholeheartedly believe that this is probably the closest to fearlessness people will come by, you know, completing this module. So
absolutely, it's a primitive part of the brain. The fear response is primitive. This is about human evolution and personal evolution, you know, and business evolution. So it's really exciting. Yeah.
Woo. All right. See you, Josie.
All right. Bye. Lots of love.
Bye.